Hey everyone, and welcome. This is Messy Confessions. So, if you've been part of our Clean My Space live events before, I've sort of brought in some friends, some other cleaning experts, people in this space. But this time, I'm bringing you in. So, the idea here is that during this hour-long show or so, if we want to push it to an hour and a half, you and I will make that decision when we get there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the opportunity to raise your hand, and I can actually bring you in, put you side by side next to me, and we can actually talk cleaning questions. Now, that is my area of expertise. You want to ask me a question about my hair? I'm happy to share that information. If you start getting personal or weird, we're going to cut you off. That's just how things go. So, but I do trust you, and I do trust that we'll keep it clean, my space. All right. The other thing I want to talk about today is the fact that it is Amazon Prime Day. Prime Day is a big deal because the brands that we all know and love and lots of products that we're regularly buying go on some of their deepest discounts of the year. So I've got some links for you in the description box of this live stream where you can check out. I've got most of the Canadian and US links available. I know we have viewers worldwide. The Canadian and the US links are the ones that I have access to. So those are the ones that I've shared. And listen, there were over 20,000 deals. Like when they send us information, you got to parse through it. You have to pick out the things that you think people are going to like, the things that you know and you like, the things that you can trust, because it can get really overwhelming to shop on Prime Day. It's like when you walk into a store like Winners or TJ Maxx and you have to sort through all the things and find the one gem. So I feel like that's what I did for Prime Day. I have some really great products that I pulled, variety of price ranges. And again, if you do want to ask a question, don't be shy. What we can do is give you information on how to do that. So there should be a button that says ask a question, and you will be put into the queue. So you can go ahead and do that, and do not be shy. I definitely want to talk to some of you, and don't be camera shy. What we have in the comments there, it says a link to join the live. So if you do want to ask a question, just simply click that link and it'll put you into the queue. So you can see that in the comments right below. It should say something like StreamYard.com/. So you can click that and come with your questions. Now, of course, if you're camera shy, no problem. You can put them in the comments there. I can see those too. But I would really love to see you and do this kind of side-by-side, face-to-face thing. We have a great question from Barbara. Any experience with Blueland cleaning items? So Barbara, I do have experience with Blueland. And for those of you who don't know, Blueland is a really interesting, unique company. What they do is they sell you lovely product packaging, glass bottles, very high-end, well-designed bottles, and then they sell you refills. And oftentimes those refills will come in tablet or sheet form or powder form. You add your own water. So it's really, really, environmentally conscious. The one thing I'll say, Barbara, is that I can't always say that the performance of those products can surpass what we see with, your traditional products, like say a P&G product. You really can't compare apples to apples with that. But if the environmentally conscious aspect and the reusable packaging aspect is more important to you than peak performance, then I would say it's a good choice. So I hope that answers your question. Alrighty, let's see here. Okay, so Patty has a question. And again, if you want to actually ask your question and talk to me face to face, you can go ahead and click that link that says join the live, where it says StreamYard, and you can say hi to me. I would love to see you. So Patty wants to know, I hope you can tell us how to clean our TVs and our other electronic screens. Yes, so we have a flat weave microfiber cloth over at Makers Clean, which is our sister company, makersclean.com or makersclean.ca. The flat weave microfiber cloth. So what you're looking at here is our original microfiber cleaning cloth, which has a terry weave. This is not the cloth that you would want to use to clean anything that can potentially scratch. So glasses, touch screens, phones, your laptop screens, your tablets, your television. You want to use something that is flat because the terry towel that I just showed you can pick up debris and hang on to it and can leave micro scratches. So the flat weave cloth allows you to just use a little bit of water, clean the surface. You want to use an S pattern, so I can show you right like that. That's the S pattern, as opposed to doing something like this, like a buffing motion, which is just going to make a lot of circles. And what you will get is the removal of streaks and marks without worrying about scratching. So I hope that answers your question. All right, let me get into some of these great Amazon Prime Day finds. And I just did a TV segment this morning. For those of you who are in Canada, I was on the morning show and I brought all of my finds there and then I brought them back here. So I'm not as organized here as I was on the live TV show where you have 7 minutes to share your entire life story. Okay, so the first thing that I want to share are Affresh tablets, okay? And these aren't exciting. I get it. I get that no one's texting their bestie that they're going to get a deal on Affresh tablets. I know, but here's the thing. This is a consumable product that we all need and we all use. This is the dishwasher cleaner right here. This is the washing machine cleaner right here. Now, I've got the Prime Day links for you down below. Everything that I'm sharing with you is somewhere between 20 and 45% off today. And you would think that I would have the exact percentages. Of course, that's best practices. And we all know I should have come up with those percentages for you. But unfortunately, I ran out of time because I had to, it's just, you know what, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that happened this morning. And I just didn't have time to get the percentages written down. But I do know the range of percentages and I picked some really good deals. Dima, just quickly to answer your question, is it the same cloth we use for electronics and mirrors and glasses? Yes, it is. Okay, so the Affresh tablets, which one's upside down? You are. These are very easy to use. And in fact, I'm going to run these through when I'm done this live stream because they're just that easy. Once a month, you want to be cleaning your appliances, okay? Because your washing machine and your dishwasher, what ends up happening is they collect residue, soap scum, hard water buildup, and they can start to build up odors. So you want clean clothes, you want clean dishes, but at the end of the day, if the machines that are designed to clean these clothes and dishes are not clean themselves, they can't do a good job. So the Affresh tablets are the solution. Very easy to do. You simply open a package. Which one is this? This is the dishwasher cleaner. So quite simply, you're going to open the package. In it, you've got, got a little tablet just like that. Looks like a giant Alka-Seltzer. I know you were thinking the same thing. And you're going to put it at the bottom of the dishwasher. The dishwasher is going to be empty. And it's the same for the washing machine. The tablet looks much the same. I shall open it up. Look at my face. I don't have a good unboxing face. I'm like squinting and gritting my teeth. It's a little larger there. You're going to put that in the drum, whether it's a top load or a front load, it's all the same. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use the tub clean cycle, either on the washing machine or the dishwasher. And if you don't have a tub clean cycle, you're just going to run it for the hottest, longest cycle that you have. Then you're done. You walk away. You read a book. You watch a show. You get some work done. Done. And again, these are on Prime Day. Like, we all need these. We all use them. I have these at home. I use them like once a month. Why wouldn't I buy them when they're on sale? So that's why I put them on Prime Day today on my picks, because they're good to have around the house. Trust me, I could have put 300 cleaning products on there, but I'm just like, you know what? Quick little life reminder, everybody. We need to be cleaning our appliances. Alrighty. Oh, what a lovely compliment. Thank you. This looks so professional. Thanks. Thank you. We try over here at Clean My Space. All right. So I want to talk about another cleaning product. Sorry, let me just get this. It's not a cleaning product, but it's an organizing product. And I love this. So I have another version of this. And the one I have was not on sale for Prime Day. But when I saw this one, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to talk about this because I am obsessed. Now, what you see here just looks like a little carrying case. And I'm just going to show it up close. It's got like a nice microfiber cover, nice little print. It comes in no less than 1 million color choices, as one does. And this is the large version of a carrying case for your toiletries. Now, I'm going to just have to make this work in my office. But what you'll see here is it has a hanger. So when you're traveling, and yeah, this is me throwing everything in there from my TV segment. I had it nicely organized this morning when I was on set, and then I jammed everything in there so I could get home as quickly as possible. But I love this. This is the large version. As I said, I have the medium version. And this is great for traveling. Whether you're camping, you're going to the gym, you're going to a hotel. Let's just talk about hotels for a minute. When you go to a hotel, do you ever feel like there's not enough counter space? Or if you're sharing a room with 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, it's like there's never enough counter space in the bathroom. Well, now when I travel, I bring this, I hang it on the towel hook or towel bar, and then I don't have to hog up very valuable counter space, let's be honest. I keep everything in here. It's neat, it's organized. 2 of the pouches have these like elastic bands built into them so it can keep your products standing upright. Let me see if I can give you a quick example. See, it's situations like this where I need a third arm. That would be very helpful. So yeah, quite simply, you can do something like that, and it just keeps everything in place. And then of course you've got these zippered pockets. You can use them for makeup brushes, medicine, first aid. There are so many different uses for this. And this is the best deal I have on Amazon today. It's 44% off. So again, I've got the Prime Day links for you down below, both in Canada and the US. Everyone on set today, when I was at the show, people were like, can I have that bag? Like they asked. Sometimes I'll give, if I'm doing like a segment and I have extra stuff, the show will order me product so I can demonstrate it. And sometimes if I like it, I'll take it home. And other times I just give it away. So everyone was like, yeah, can I have that? And I'm like, oh no, I have to bring it home. Sorry. But yeah, people were going nuts for this. And I understand why. I'm totally crazy about it. Also, let me know in the comments. Yes, it is handy. I'm telling you. Also, for gifts. Listen, if you need a gift and you have someone and you're like, I don't know what they would like. There's not one. Thanks, Carol. Yes, Carol's right. She recognizes there's not enough counter space. If there's someone in your life where you're like, it's very hard to shop for them and I don't know what they need, everyone travels. Not everyone, but most people travel or camp or go to the gym or have to be on the go at some point or another. And this is just such a handy, organized way to go about doing it. So I really love it. Now, again, my friends, this is a live stream call-in show, and I would love to meet some of you face-to-face. Do not be camera shy. There is a link. It'll say link to join the live, and you'll see this showing up in the comments or the description box. If you want to ask a question, simply click that link and it'll put you in the queue, and then I'll bring you up and you can ask me your question live. I'm very happy to answer your questions like this, but sometimes like it's nice to talk to another person. I'm just going to scan through the comments real quick. I'm going to show this comment off. Look what Dima said. That's so kind. That she recommends the Maker's Clean electronics and mirror cloths. I love that you have them around the house, Dima. So do I. I mean, I'm biased, but of course I have them around the house. And funny enough, I usually have one in my office, like a flat weave cloth. The one we're talking about here, I have one in my car, but every now and then I'll bring them upstairs because my office is in the basement to launder. So we're in the laundry zone right now. So I don't have one. Otherwise, I'd pick it up and show it to you. But yeah, if you are interested in any Maker's Clean products, we are not on Amazon. So we do not have any Prime Day sales, but we are always having sales over at Maker's Clean. You can also sign up for the email list and get notified for sales there over at makersclean.com. Let's see here. Oh, we've got a nice good morning from Arizona. And here's a question I've got from Munira. Okay, so how can I be productive? Oh, I feel like we're going to need an entire hour to cover this one. There are so many different things that we could talk about, but I just put out a video on YouTube about how to be more productive, like productivity, kind of cleaning and organizing hacks for the office. So I think, just a few places that I'll start. First of all, if you're trying to work and be productive in a cluttered space, it is really hard. And I am one of those people that will fight you tooth and nail and tell you that I love to work in organized chaos. But at the end of the day, I just perform better in a tidier space. As much as I love that narrative for myself, I love telling that story. As what did Moira Rose say? She said through her rosé lunettes, through her, pink rosy rose colored glasses, whatever it was, the joke is dead. Anyway, I'd love to think that I'm, great in organized chaos. I'm not. So that's productivity tip number one. Productivity tip number two is time blocking. So if you can just schedule in to do items on your calendar and sort of give yourself 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here. For example, yesterday was a really crazy day for me. I had a bunch of calls. I had to get my segment prepped. I had to get this live prepped. I had to do a bunch of other personal stuff. And my calendar was just back to back to back blocked. But I went to bed at the end of the night knowing that everything was done, except for getting the percentages off today. And that's okay. Not everything has to get done all the time. And the third thing, Munira, that I want to tell you is that putting your phone on Do Not Disturb. Can you see my Do Not Disturb? Yeah, right there. Do Not Disturb or work mode. And then that way you limit your distractions. That really aids in productivity. Now, again, I could give you a ton more tips. You can watch that video on the YouTube channel about office cleaning and organizing. But there you go. I hope that helps you. Okay. Gonna hide this and let's see. No, you're not the only guy here. We definitely have a lot of male audience viewers. And actually, I love our male audience because the reason I started Clean My Space all those years ago is because I hated to clean. And at first, I had no idea what the audience was going to be like. And what I learned over time is that, first of all, there are lots of men that love cleaning and organizing. And I love that about them because I hate cleaning and organizing. So the fact that, there are guys out there that love it, I think more of them need to talk about it. And I have friends, like male friends, who really do know how to keep a clean house, and it's lovely. And then I have other, guy friends, or I know other guys, and they struggle with it. And that is what Clean My Space is all about. It is not, and we have never made it out to be a gendered channel where I only speak to women. I happen to be a woman, but I never say, ladies, when your husband leaves his dirty laundry lying around. I never do that because I don't believe that cleaning is a woman's job. It's everyone's job in the family. And I think everyone has to know how to do it. I've also, come across bachelors, divorced men, widowers who just don't know how to manage a home. They never had to do it. So that's, some of the help that our channel can provide. And I'm really happy about that. So Rin, I know that was a long-winded answer to your question, but thanks for asking that. I'm really, really glad. And look at that. That is so kind. Thank you. Thank you, Lenworth. That is very nice of you to say. Just a reminder, if you want to hop on and say hi to me or ask any questions, you can do so by clicking that link to join the live. And if you want access to any of the Prime Day deals that I've got pulled out for you, again, I went through a list of 20,000 deals for Prime Day. Can you imagine my poor eyeballs? But I did it, and I took one for the team. I took one for the Clean My Space community. Let's see here. Oh, Kathy said it's only mid-morning and just finished breakfast, doing some chores. Haven't even had a shower yet. Can't go live in front of the world, but glad she caught me. Yeah, I know. I know the feeling. Like I've been up since 4:49 a.m. It's totally fine. Doing my hair and makeup, getting ready for TV. I've got my kombucha going, which is slightly caffeinated, which is helping. Will I crash later today? Who's to know? Who's to say? I might need a nap. Let's see here. Oh, thanks, Carol. Carol said she received her electronics cloth order a couple of days ago, second time ordering them. I love when people say this. Thanks, Carol. It's so nice, like just to hear about repeat customers, because it tells us that we're doing something right. And we didn't design our products to be disposable and to have people ordering them all the time. We actually designed them to be really good quality so that you wouldn't have to throw them out and reorder them all the time. So it's always really nice to hear that. So thank you. Let's see here. Oh, Susie has a great question. Let's see. I have so much makeup and brushes. How do I narrow down throwing out colors, liner, brushes? I'm always trying to change a look. So yeah, you know what? Here's what I'll say to you, Susie. You do you. If you're happy with having a bunch of different colors, you don't need to change anything. There's no rule. There's no rhyme or reason. Like, have you ever gone into someone's lipstick drawer and you're like, you have 27 lipsticks and they're all pink. They all look the same. And people will say, no, there's a slight color difference. Like, listen, if you have a thing and your thing is colored liners, then just as long as they're not expired, as long as they're not crusty, as long as they're still doing their job, if you love them and you use them, keep them. You're not to throw them out. But if it's something that, let's say, you haven't used in 3 years, then maybe it's time to reconsider. Okay, this is a great question. I want to cover this, and then I'm going to show you another Amazon Prime Day pick. So Sticky, and I hope I said your name correctly, says, by the way, if I don't, you can always correct me in the comments. I have heard a saying before that your name is the most beautiful sound in the world to you. So as a sign of respect, I would love to say your name correctly. So please make sure you correct me if I don't. My biggest issue these days is people keep giving me stuff. I get rid of stuff and new stuff shows up. Where does it come from? It's other people's shopping addiction and then dumping it onto me. Yeah, it's kind of like the law of attraction, you know, like you clear out your space and then you get more stuff. So it sounds like a boundary issue. And, you know, for my friends and family, they know like I'm very big with boundaries. I'm big with boundaries when it comes to parenting. I'm like such a boundaries nerd. But the good news is boundaries can really help you with this kind of stuff too, because your space, you have to protect it. And if you've decluttered and you like living in, you know, a minimal space and you've curated it just so, and you've gotten rid of the things that you don't like and you're keeping the things that you really love. If someone's going to give you something, you can very simply say to them, thanks, but no thanks. You know what? I just got rid of something just like that. I don't need it. I bet you so-and-so would love that. I actually have no need for that. Like there are just so many different ways that you can say no, rather than someone kind of foisting something upon you and you feeling like that urge. And I'm not saying this is you, but I know this is something that happens to a lot of us, like that urge to people please and not say no, thank you. We would rather just say, oh, okay, and like receive it graciously. And then we're stuck with it. You're right. It does come down to people's shopping addiction. Like, you know, sometimes like people say, oh, I went to Costco and I got like a 27 pack of tomato sauce and I don't need it. Do you want 5 of them? It's like, no. You know, anyway, I feel for you, but work on those boundaries because you deserve to live in the space that you have curated. All right. Let me show you another Amazon Prime Day pick. Okay. I really like this one. And I didn't plug it in because I didn't know how long we were, like when I would talk about it, but you can imagine it's a steamer. It's called the Bear. And it's so cute because it's got a little bear on the top that that indicates that it's on. But that's not why I like it. Okay, first of all, it's lightweight and it's portable. So this is really good for travel if necessary. It's got a 9-foot cord. I tested the steam several times. It's quite powerful. And if you don't have a powerful steamer, just don't even show up Okay. Don't even play the game, steamer. If you're not powerful, you're not even worth it. This shoots out some serious hot steam. And this is on a really good deal today. The other thing that's super cool about it is right here, you've got this little tab. You can lift it up and you can put essential oils in there. And that way you can have scented steam. So if you're going to be steaming your garments and you want them to smell like peppermint, lavender, eucalyptus. What is this one called here? I'm going to drop a whole bunch of stuff. Unwind by Sage. Whatever you want your stuff to smell like. Who cares? Pick the essential oil that makes you happy, put it in here, create a beautiful billow of steam, and go to town. You can use this on garments. You can also use it on upholstered items to refresh them, window treatments, sofas, throw pillows, etc. So yeah, I'm holding it. You can see my hand. It's pretty small, very powerful. And there's nothing wrong with having a good steamer. Like I use my steamer all the time. So if you don't have one, think about it. And I've got the links, Canada and the US down below. Another Prime Day item I'm going to show you. Please stand by. Oh, it's quite large. It's quite large. So I'm not going to be able to show you the whole thing. It's an expansive item, but it's this. It's this mattress protector. And if you've watched a Clean My Space video or you've ever heard me talk about bedding ever, I always talk about the importance of a mattress protector because a mattress can't just exist free flowing on its own. We spend a third of our lives in bed. Our bodies shed dead skin cells, sweat, body oil, dust mites feed off our skin, drop their feces onto our mattress. And I'm sorry to gross you out, but when someone says they have a dust mite allergy, it is the feces of the dust mite that they are allergic to. Okay. So we don't want this business going on our mattress. And the most important thing, if you spill something, you do not want your mattress getting wet because it will never release the moisture effectively. And then you have to worry about mold getting into your mattress. So a mattress protector is key. All right. Now, the reason I love this one is because it's also a pillow top. So it's got like this nice, thick, quilted kind of pillowy cover. It's super cozy. So it's not going to give you that like crunchy feel. And it's also got cooling properties. So if you're someone that runs hot while you sleep, and let me tell you, I am the woman that is always cold, even in the summer. Did I put my seat heater on this morning? Yes, I did. That's me. I'm that nutcase. But for whatever reason, I sweat up a storm when I'm in bed. So cooling everything is so important to me. So when I saw this mattress protector slash mattress topper, I thought, oh my God, this is genius. And for folks that don't yet have a mattress protector, I would highly encourage you to check this one out. It's on a good deal, and it's got two really great properties. Okay, game changer. Yes, sing it. Thank you. Had a mattress protector for about 3 months. Wash and repeat. I waited so long. Hate that I waited so long in the game. Yeah. It's just one of those things, like you quite literally rest easier when you know you have one on your mattress, because if something spills, if you have a pet or a child that gets sick on the bed, I mean, there are just so many, you're reading a book, you spill some water, like there are so many things that could go wrong on a bed. The mattress protector really makes a big difference. All right. I do love this comment. Jackie says, I play your older videos while I'm decluttering or downsizing my parents' house. They were in that house since 1978. Oh my gosh. Wow. Lots of stuff to clean out, almost 50 years. And it's so nice that you say thanks for keeping me company and on task. I love that I have that relationship with so many of you, that I'm right there with you. And even though we don't know each other personally, although you could just click the link and meet me right now if you wanted. I love knowing that I'm there with you and I can support you in that way. Sometimes I need that support too. So I totally get it. And let's see. Yeah, Jody. Okay, this is a great question, Jody. How do you motivate yourself to clean when you're dealing with a chronic illness? So I wonder if you've seen our video about cleaning for limited mobility. And you can find that it's a two-part series on our YouTube channel. And if you check that out, I do talk about sort of motivating, but also how to manage and schedule, pare it down, find the things that are reasonable. Because perhaps one of the reasons why folks who have chronic illness struggle with cleaning is because it feels overwhelming and they don't know what to do or how to do it. So maybe want to start there and check it out. Okay, so I do have someone here, MIA for life. You are going to be the first ever person to go live. So just give us a minute while we figure it out here. Okay, because this is new for us too. Now it says device is not connected. Oh, bye-bye now. Okay, that disappeared. We almost had a live one. We almost had a live one there. Oh, Andrew. Andrew, it's like I paid you to ask this question. Do I recommend robot vacuums? Well, wouldn't you know it? I happen to have a robot vacuum right behind me. And there it is. I'm going to tell you all about this one. It is the Eufy X10 vacuum and mop robot. And what's really cool about this, Andrew, is that it's got double mop pads, and the mop pads clean and dry themselves in the docking bay. It also self-empties the vacuum canister, as well as self-refills the liquid for the mop. And it does all of this right here at this base that you can see right behind me. Hello. It's about the size, I'm going to duck here so you can actually see. It's about the size of a paper shredder, up close and personal. And then the vacuum itself, you can see it's got a lot of technology in it. At the bottom there, it's got those dual mop pads. It's got some nice heavy duty wheels. You've got your vacuum there. And then you have this little brush here. I got to find the right angle for it, but you can see that little brush there on the side, this guy. Again, that third arm. Holy, can you imagine how handy that would be right now? So what's really cool about this vacuum, and I want to talk about robot vacuums because I don't think that they're the cure-all for floor care, but I think they can do about 60 to 70% of the work that you're going to need to do ever for your floors. So you'll still have to do like thorough vacuuming and mopping. And yes, we do have links to all of these products down below. This is on a great deal today. I think it's almost 30% off, which is awesome. Like a lot of people wait until Prime Day to make these purchases. The reason I picked the Eufy is because it had excellent reviews, and some of the other brands were just so much more expensive. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to find like a really good mid-tier, like something that's got great technology, great reviews, and I'm going to share that. So Andrew, that's what I think. I think it can get about 60 to 70% of the work done. Everyone knows on Clean My Space, I never hide it, that I really dislike cleaning. So if there's a robot that can do that work for me, even if it's just vacuuming and mopping, I will take it. Please and thank you. Now, is it going to do a thorough job? Is it going to vacuum, your baseboards? Is it going to get all of the detailed stuff? No, it's not. But it will take care of the majority of the day-to-day stuff that you really don't want to do. So it will save you time. And I would recommend it. Now, what's really cool about this vacuum is that it uses AI technology to identify over 100 different obstacles, whether it's a sock or a shoe, which is pretty cool, because some of the earlier models of robot vacuums, you would deal with the vacuum, sucking up a sock, and then your vacuum just stopped working for the rest of the day. So the newer models have really overcome that technology, that challenge with good technology. It also, it has an app that you can put on your phone where you can map the areas of the zones that you want cleaned or mopped. You can deal with the frequency. The machine, like all of the robot vacuums, just learns your floor plan, so it knows what to do, and it comes up with an intelligent mapping route that it'll follow. So yeah, that is my pick for a vacuum / mop. And we do have our first caller. It's Jordan. Hello, welcome.
Hi.
Hey,
How are you,
Jordan.
Melissa?
Hi. What's your cleaning question?
So, my wife tends not to dry our towels very well, or she leaves them in a ball on the floor of our bathroom. So I'm
Yeah.
just wondering, what's your best suggestion for efficiently getting that gunky smell out of the towels that have been bundled in a ball for way too long? And thanks so much. I
Okay.
love what you're doing, by the way. It's super
Oh,
great.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. This is a great question, Jordan. Okay. So, what I would recommend, first and foremost, after a shower or anytime you use a towel, is to hang it and open it up completely on the drying rack. I know it's very tempting to put it on a hook. Hooks don't allow for effective airflow. Maker's Clean actually sells waffle weave towels. I love them because they're fast drying and they don't hang on to odors. So, possible gift idea, Jordan. Just think about that. But if you have that musty smell and you've air dried the towels, two things I want you to think about. First of all, if you're using fabric softener, that can really affect your towel's ability to release odors. And I know that sounds counterintuitive because that is exactly what we're told fabric softener is designed to do, is kind of to help freshen things up. But towels are so thick, they're very absorbent, and they hang on to product. So they hang on to detergent, they hang on to fabric softener, and then it can sort of affect the towel's ability to release odors over time. So the other thing that you can do, and I've talked about this a lot on the channel, I love it, is to use Downy Rinse and Refresh, which is a fabric rinse. So my friend Zach at Jeeves, New York, who I've had on the Clean My Space lives before, he and I were chatting the other day, and he said, I think of Downy Rinse and Refresh like Listerine. You brush your teeth, and you sort of do like the formal toothbrushing, and then you rinse your mouth and you refresh everything with mouthwash. Another way I like to look at it is like you clean your hair with shampoo, and then you soften it up and finish it with conditioner. And Downy Rinse and Refresh is sort of like the clarifying rinse. So for those of you who don't know what that is, it's sort of like it cleanses your scalp and it lifts away all of the dirt, the product buildup. It just gives your hair like an extra good cleaning, cleans your scalp really well too. And that is what Downy Rinse and Refresh does. So if your towels are smelly, try Downy Rinse and Refresh. And the cool thing is you can use it every cycle for all types of fabrics, not just towels. Jordan, thanks so much for coming live with us. And for anyone else that wants to go live, I would love to meet you. You can click, it says click to join the live. You can see that right there. You would just click the link and I can pop you up and ask you some questions or answer your questions. Leslie has a great question about cleaning off pet accidents from clothing. Hate that. But here's what you're going to do. You're going to treat it the same way you would treat any pet accident, which is you're going to scrape whatever it is off. So let's say your cat threw up on your pants. Happened to me before. So you would scrape it up, you would take paper towel, kind of grab whatever you can, and then you want to use a flat edge like a knife or an old credit card just to kind of scrape as much as you can off. You want to remove as much bulk as possible because the next step when you add product, if there's bulk left behind, it's just going to spread the mess further. Okay. Once that's done, then you can blot dry with a paper towel. And again, this just helps from preventing the spread of the stain any further. And so whenever I think about stains, I always say you want to turn it into a desert. You want to make it flat and dry. Okay. Once that's done, you're going to use an enzyme-based pet stain remover. So something like Rocco and Roxy, Angry Orange. Those are two really great brands. Puracy stain remover is another great product that you can try, not specifically designed for pets, but enzyme-based and excellent to remove pet stains. Once you've treated that, I would let the enzyme sit for maybe an hour, and then I would put in the laundry, regular detergent, cold water, launder as usual, check to make sure the stain is gone, repeat the process if not. If it is, you can put it in the dryer and move on. All right. I hope that helped. All right. Let's see. This is an interesting question we got here. Oh, yeah. And this is how to join the live. If you do want to ask a question live, and again, I opened this up today because I love the idea, like, like the old timey call-in radio shows. I would love for people to call in and just ask cleaning questions. But now, because of technology, we can actually do it with video. And I love seeing your comments, of course, but it's always fun to talk to people too and to kind of get to know you. So yeah, if you do want to do that, you've got a little link down there and you can click to access your camera and microphone in your settings. Oh, I have a question here from Landon. Hello.
Hi there.
Hey.
My question is, I have these pairs of white shoes that keep on getting dirty, and I can't seem to, get all the marks off and stuff with them. And it seems to be very difficult. I was wondering if you could help me out with that.
Yeah. Okay. This is a great question. All right, Landon, thanks so much. So many different ways we could approach this. If the shoes are like canvas shoes or nylon shoes, like for example, I have my golf shoes are nylon and they get very dirty very quickly because the course I play on is essentially a garbage dump and there's lots of geese that like to go there and enjoy themselves along with all the terrible golfers like myself. And all I do is I throw those in the washing machine. Hence why cleaning the washing machine using those Affresh tablets is so important, as I mentioned earlier. But yeah, you would just throw your shoes into the washing machine, regular detergent, cold water, run through a cycle. You can pull your shoes out. You will notice such a difference. Just doing that makes them look great. And you don't put them in the dryer. You would just let them air dry with no heat. You can also pick up a product called Shoe Magic, Shoe MGK. That's on Amazon. I don't have a link for it, but I would love for you to check that out. That's a product that I've been using for years and years. I swear by it. And you quite simply add a little bit of product to a scrub brush. You would scrape off any of the dirt on the shoe first, just dry brush it. Then you would scrub the product onto the shoe, sort of in a circular motion, blot the suds off, and then you would dry them and you'd be good to go. And then they also have like conditioners. And I really like the Shoe Magic product line, Shoe MGK. So Landon, I hope that helps. Oshin, hello. I cannot hear you. I'm gonna let you figure out your audio while I answer another question. And when your audio is working, we'll bring you back on. So while you're doing that, here's a fun little question from Nam. Okay, am I into astrology? What's my sun, moon, and rising moon? I have no idea. I'm a Cancer. My birthday, July 10th. So I don't know. If you're into astrology, you can let me know. What else do you need to know from me? My shoe size? 8.5 on a bad day, 9 on a good day. You let me know. If any information you could give me, I'd be curious. Actually. Okay. Yeah. And then Jody asked about Converse. So Jody, you know what I just mentioned to Landon about machine washing and Shoe Magic. I would say machine wash the Converse first. And if that doesn't work, you can try Shoe Magic, but you're in luck because Converse are canvas and they do really, really well in the washing machine. Oshin, let's try you again and see how your audio is doing. Not working. I would love to talk to you. Another thing you can do is log out and log back in and see if that works. All right, let's see here. Thank you. Is cleaning sexy? I think it sure is. Let's see here. Yeah, you know what, Chris? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. I love seeing this comment. I I'm so happy when anyone can keep a clean house, but I like that men own it and aren't shy about it. Like, it's very sexy and cool and awesome to have a clean house. Very. Thank you, Sal. Wow, all the men are coming out. Oh no, sorry, Sal, you're not a man. Sorry. My dad's Saul, so when I saw that, it just registered. Sorry about that. But thank you, regardless. I love that you love our videos. Alrighty, let's see here. We've got a question. How do I deal with stained engineered stone kitchen top? All right, so this is a question that I would ask the manufacturer. And the reason I would do this is because you never know. If it's engineered stone, sometimes magic eraser can work really well on that. So you might want to test it in a hidden area first. Sometimes barkeeper's friend can work really well on that, but you'd have to test it in a hidden area first. If you have a stain, what you can do is you can also create a poultice that you leave on the surface for 24 hours. So you're quite simply going to sprinkle some baking soda over the stained area. Then you're going to add hydrogen peroxide on top, and you're going to top that off with some plastic wrap and just tape it. Now, this sounds weird, but what this does is it traps the moisture inside this little dome for 24 hours. The baking soda will help to siphon out the stain. At the end of 24 hours, you can lift off the plastic wrap and it should harden by then. And then you can kind of gently scrape off the crusty baking soda just with like an old credit card, the back of a knife, something like that. And then just use a little bit of soap and water to clean that up. So that should solve the issue, most certainly, if none of the other products work. But first and foremost, you want to contact the manufacturer, and then you can test a more abrasive product and just make sure it doesn't scratch the surface. Alrighty. Oh my gosh. So sweet. So sweet. We're old people here over at Clean My Space. I've been doing Clean My Space videos since 2012. Okay. I'm in my 40s now. I've been talking about cleaning a long time. So I love that people have grown up with me and kind of, created their own cleaning journey while I've created mine. So Christian, thank you. That means a lot. All right. So Jody asks a question. Are there certain jobs that you do and certain jobs that Chad does? How do you decide who does what? So, living in a home, you always have to divide and conquer your work. And Chad and I have had to, over the years, figure out who is good at what. And that's, what we do. I'm not going to do the things that I'm not good at, like, for example, yard work. But the things I am good at, laundry, cleaning the kitchen, doing that kind of thing, the detail work, I'm going to do that. So we've sort of figured out what we're good at, what we like to do, and we've parceled them off that way and then sort of divide and conquer the rest. It's informal at best, but, it's definitely helped to mitigate some drama over the years. Oshin, I see you're back. So let's see if we can get you up there. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Hi. So I'm kind of thinking about buying a tumble dryer, and I was just wondering, like, what tumble dryers would be a good one to buy?
You're giving me a big challenge here because your accent kind of gives it away, but you're in Ireland, right? Where are you located?
I'm in Dublin.
Yeah. So you and I have access to different appliances. In Europe, they actually they're ahead of the curve in terms of energy efficiency. And our appliances tend to be much larger than the ones that are used in Europe. So I can't quite advise you on the brand because I'm not 100% sure the lineup that you have access to. But I will tell you this, the brand that I have used exclusively since 2014 for my machines has been LG. And I've always been very, very happy with the performance of the machines. I believe you would have access to LG machines in Ireland. So I would check them out first on my recommendation. Tumble dryers, though, are awesome. And in fact, there are a lot of machines that are going to be coming to market soon across the board that both wash and dry. And if I'm not mistaken, that is a popular machine style in Europe already. So something to consider. It was lovely to meet you. And I have to thank everyone who was brave enough to raise their hand and come on camera today. I know for me, it's like second nature, but I know some folks, they're maybe a little bit camera shy, but I so appreciate everyone who stepped up today and said, hey. And Karen says that Maytag is a great washing machine. We have another question here just about how to clean rust from tiles. So the best way to do that would be to use a product like full strength vinegar, which can help to break down rust. Another thing you can try is CLR. CLR stands for calcium, lime, and rust. It's a product specifically designed to deal with the problem that you have. The only caveat I would say is make sure that you're wearing protective gear when you use CLR and test it on an inconspicuous area first. And once you've tested it and you've had success, it should deal with the issue very, very quickly. All right. Sheen's asking, how often do I paint my nails? Yeah, great question. I try to do it maybe once a week or twice a week, depending. Wish I had more time for it. Oftentimes I debate getting those long nails and getting my nails done, but I just can't bring myself to make that kind of time and financial commitment. So I just go for it myself. All right. Here's a question that we can all relate to, myself included. How do you remove blood stains? Ophelia asks. All right. So time is of the essence when we're dealing with a blood stain. Nothing makes me more more of a hustler than when I got a blood stain, because you have to act fast. So if you don't have this product, you can use hydrogen peroxide and sort of pour it onto the stain. That will help to bubble the stain up and block it from setting. Then you can just rinse under cold water and launder as usual. But the product I really love, again, is Puracy Stain Remover. Puracy Stain Remover does a really incredible job of busting up blood stains. So I have it. I love it. It's no secret that women between the ages of 13 and 50 deal with blood stains quite often. So it's pretty handy to have around. Yeah. And you just kind of keep it in your laundry room. You spray it on, you let it sit at least for an hour for a blood stain. If not, you can do overnight. I actually, I'll leave a blood stain to soak overnight, and then I would launder the next day. Alrighty. Not the most exciting of topics, but certainly one that we have to cover off when cleaning. In fact, one time I was doing a live event and someone asked how to clean an adult toy, and she was very embarrassed to ask this question. And I said, you know what? Like, people have to clean everything, and we're all humans and we all have questions. And I was just really happy that she was brave enough to ask that question. And the answer is gentle soap and water, like Castile soap or, dish soap. For all those who were curious or were just about to ask that question, I saved you from having to do that. Anna Cortez, great question. Any recommendations for cat litter? You have 2 kitties. I'm jealous. I would love to meet them. I have one cat, Molly. She's very old. She doesn't move, but she does most certainly use the bathroom. The litter that I'm using, and we recently put up a kitty maintenance video, or a cat maintenance or pet maintenance video up on YouTube. You can check that out. I have a bunch of products, Anna, that I use listed there. So you can definitely have a look at that. The product that I use for litter is called Pidan, Pidan. And I like it because it's a tofu, it's called tofu litter, but it's basically, it takes like discarded soy pods and turns it into litter. So it's very absorbent, it's odor absorbent, and it's biodegradable. So I hope that helps. We've got a lovely guest, Esther. So I'm going to bring you up. Hey, Esther, you're from Vancouver.
Are you able to hear me?
Of course.
It's working. Okay. No, I like just joined like 2 seconds ago.
Yay, lovely to meet you. I'm glad you hopped on.
Yeah, my question was like, my boyfriend, he bought a house and he wants to do lots of renovations. And when I'm looking around, I'm the kind of person who's like, if you bring in new furniture, you want to redo the kitchen, bathroom. My first thought is like, okay, what's the easiest thing to clean when you're putting in new, like, what do you call it, cabinets and all that, or what to avoid, thinking about like tiles or like surfaces. And I was just kind of curious, like, what do you ever think about these things, and have you come across anything that you're like, okay, avoid this, this is just too much to clean? Yeah.
Okay. This question is genius. And I'm going to tell you why I love this question, because I think of this stuff, but no one else does, right? It's like if you talk to, a security or a cybersecurity expert, like they're going to have a panic attack every time you pick up your phone just because they know too much. And it's like the same with me when I go through the renovation process. I'm like, oh, that thing's such a pain to clean. I would never have that. Like dry clean only clothes. Oh my God, no, thank you. So when it comes to renovating, the surfaces that you want to think about, if you get like a high gloss cupboard, you're always going to see fingerprints. If you get dark floors, you're always going to see dust and dirt, particularly dark hardwood. The easiest kind of floor to clean and maintain is luxury vinyl. So I have that in my basement. It looks like hardwood. It's beautiful. It's very reasonable in terms of pricing. Very easy to maintain. Marble, granite for flooring, I just think is impractical. It's very cold on your feet, but also you're always going to see footprints. It's got a very highly reflective surface, and it just doesn't look great. Travertine on the floor as well, very, very hard to clean. It's going to really make things look dirty. You're just going to spill things and like your dirty feet. It's very porous, so it's just not good. Slate is a very soft stone. So I've seen, because, I have a cleaning business, like I have seen all the iterations of like slate floors, slate showers. Does it look incredible? Yes, it does. Stunning. Is it practical? Not at all. You have to use a very gentle product to clean it. So you're going to get hard water, soap scum, and you're going to have to just scrub like crazy because you can't use something that has a fast acting agent that can deal with the soap scum. And if you're sweeping or vacuuming or dragging anything across that floor, you're going to see scratches. Hardwood is pretty durable. The hardwood I have upstairs has, it's not like a smooth finish. It's got like grain to it. It looks kind of raw, if you will, but it's sanded. So it's not like I'm walking around getting splinters. But the nice thing about that is if I get a scratch on it, I'm not sweating. And the color is not like one consistent color. It's sort of got like a multitude of colors across one sort of main color spectrum. So all that to say, like if there is a little spill or a stain, it could be part of the design. It could be a stain. Who's to know? Like it's kind of like a nice little secret thing. Tiles, just like porcelain or ceramic tiles, so easy to clean. You can use anything. Just make sure you seal your grout. So that kind of gave you the gamut of some finishes that are hard and easy to maintain. I love that question, and I love that you're thinking ahead. Maintenance of anything is something you should consider when you're doing a renovation. So again, way to think ahead on that one. Yeah, and then we got, this is a really great point. Travertine is a pain, and laminate is prone to moisture damage. I totally agree. Like, the reason why luxury vinyl tile is so great is because it's really, really durable. So we have it, you come out from the pool in our backyard, you walk into the basement. We've had all kinds of footsteps, no damage whatsoever in the pool area. All right, and then this is, I love this question. Margie wants to know if I have a formula for DIY fabric freshener. So I'm gonna take it that this is more like a Febreze and not like a fabric softener. So if you wanted a DIY fabric softener, I would just tell you to use Downy Rinse and Refresh, like not even Downy, the fabric softener. I would just say skip that and use Rinse and Refresh. It is head and shoulders better. It will soften clothes. It'll also get rid of odors. It's just so much better. I can't even get into it. It's just so much better. But a fabric freshener. So if you wanted something that was like a spritz that could make your clothes smell better, yeah, really easy. What you can do is you can just take equal parts vodka, cheap. Don't get the Belvedere. Like I'm talking the cheap vodka, and then you're going to do equal parts water and vodka, and then you can put in 10 drops of your favorite essential oil. Don't worry if you're going to spray your clothes, the oil is not going to stain your clothes. But that can kind of help with deodorizing and refreshing a little bit. You can also use a steamer. Where's my little guy? Probably buried somewhere under this giant mattress protector. Of course, there it is. Exactly as I suspected, buried right under the mattress protector. A steamer is just a great way to deodorize and refresh fabrics as well. And in honor of Prime Day, this one is on sale for Prime Day. Kombucha break. All right. I like this question. Does a steam mop clean better? Jessica, this goes back to the question that we just had earlier about thinking about our finishes. Okay. So a steam mop in certain cases can clean better depending on the type of floors you have. You have a natural stone floor? Great. You have a tile floor? Great. You have a hardwood floor? Not a chance. Laminate? Not a chance. Luxury vinyl? Not a chance. Now, these mop companies are going to tell you the mops are great to use on all floor types. And that is because their interest is to sell mops and not protect your floors. I am unbiased. I am a neutral third party here. I'm just here to tell you what works. So if it's a hard surface that is impenetrable and not affected by moisture, you're great with a steam mop. And it's going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. But if you have a surface that can potentially be damaged by moisture, you must stay away. Alrighty. Just a final reminder that I have those Amazon Prime Day links for you down below. We've gone an hour. We've talked a lot about cleaning today. I've met some of you, and I hope the next time we do Messy Confessions, by the way, how funny is that name? Get it? Messy Confessions? Me? Okay. Whatever. The joke, again, like sometimes my jokes just don't land, and then I have to deal with the shame after. So that one didn't land. We're going to do this again, and I can't wait to see you again. I hope some of you will throw yourself up in the queue so that I can meet more of you. I really love doing that. Just as if I ran into you in the grocery store, I would love to meet you in person. So make sure that you come and say hi to me next time. Join our next Messy Confessions. We will post that up for you on Instagram and on YouTube, so you'll see when that's coming. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great Prime Day. Have a great Tuesday. Have a great day in general. And I'll see you very, very soon. Take good care.